Well, hello there. Yes, this is me, half asleep, half awake, half making good morning. Or no, you can't. You say grand rising. That's what you say. That's what you're supposed to say. Uh, you know those times where you want to just take a nap, but it doesn't whatever doesn't allow you to. Yeah, let's talk about this is kind of me kind of a remix, a redub of conversation we've had before. And I really despise having the exact same talk or video. And surprisingly, I think that if you were to go through my entire collection of 5,000 videos, amassing I don't even know how many hours at this point, maybe 10,000, maybe 15,000 hours worth of material. I often don't duplicate or replicate many of my statements or ideas. I find it very redundancy is troubling to me. Although, what's your boy say? He said you have to say something three times for people to get it. Three times. He said the first time to set it in their mind, the second time to make sure they heard, the third time to drive it home. Who was it? Was it the 32nd president? Is it FDR? I don't even know if he was 32nd. I don't even know. What is that? What's his name? Delano Roosevelt? Franklin Delano Roosevelt? I think that's what he said. Anyways, I'm just wasting a little time right here until some people show up. See if anybody says anything. We'll talk about environment. Um, Maybe we'll get into the movie. They just, funny enough, so happy they did, but I'm not going to go. But they re-released the movie um, with all the blue people, with the 3 hour joint. Sam. That's one of the better movies ever made. And I think it's probably too early, so that part of my brain might not be processing information quite yet. Uh, Whereas we might be able to cure your insanity, and the he goes into the dream world. It's just like it's another, his legs don't work, and he goes to the dream world, and there's all of these. It's like one of the biggest budgeted, most grossing movies of all time. What the hell is the name of it? It's back in the theaters, anyways, because they're prepping you for the new one. Because apparently they made another one, and I'd like to talk about environments, and and also you can shape an environment. I know it says, I know the title of the show was that your environment basically creates your insanity. But there is a cure to everyone's whatever the hell is your dilemma in the world. And it's the weird thing called consciousness, awareness. Well, what's all this talk of consciousness and awareness? Well, it's the ability to observe and respond situationally to anything. I was watching this comedian. His name's Sam Morrell. I I very much highly uh uh what's up, Super Champ? I very much highly recommend you go check out Sam Morrell. And he this was just yesterday I posted. and it was a woman in the crowd that was just being, and this is not a sexist thing to say, but it might sound that way. She was just being a woman, just like one of these. He's doing his show, so he's at his job doing his show, and she interrupts the whole thing just to be a fucking chicken head for like 5 minutes. This dude just stands there calmly and serenely while the entire crowd is telling her, shut the fuck up. And she keeps garbling, say Palestine, and he's doing a show in like the middle of Idaho in a strip mall or something. It's genius. So that's part of this idea of your environment shapes your reality, but until you know how to control the environment, and we'll discuss that part a little later in the story that we're getting at here. But I do want to address the idea of how much environment will manifest a certain type of. I think it's a culture. It's an you can't plant a palm tree in Alberta, Canada. It's not going to grow. You can't put a tomato seed on the wrong side of the house because there's not getting enough sunshine, enough water, and the soil is different than what's on the other side of the house, where different bacteria and things are happening. And so that environment very much shapes and dominates your perspective. Yes, I know it's 8 o'clock. It's eight. It's 8 in the morning. I'm having a beer. I get it. It looks ridiculous, but that's my breakfast. I don't eat food because food makes me have to poop. I don't like pooping. It's a gross, nasty habit, and I say that half jokingly. I mean, mostly jokingly, but like from what I've heard is you're really not supposed to use your mouth to eat food, and your butthole, like, and your whole digestive system would change if you stopped consuming gross physical matter. The easiest way to go about that is the process to get to breatharian. You know these twerps out here that are like trying to go from eating McDonald's 6 times a day to the next day having a YouTube channel. Be like, you just don't eat, man. You just got to be a breatharian. Like they're doing it all wrong. That's gonna be very damaging. The process is to eliminate the gross physical matter, go to liquid matter, from physical object to liquid object to air, ether, and then to the final uh, your final form is pretty simple. And I'm going to explain it to you like this. Do you breathe in your dreams? Does your spirit body dream? Does in the dream that your spirit body does your spirit while it's dreaming have another dream? And in either of those dreams that your spirit might be dreaming, or is that the reality? Is it breathing? So here's the key word there. Your spirit, which is yourself. That's your actual self. Uh, dream and breed. You can go next time you have a dream over here, little ones. Who else is in here? What's up, MFT? Let me address this real quick here. What's up, Matthew James Maxwell? Consciousness or awareness of experience is all there is. Yeah. I mean, that's funny you say that way. I don't remember who it was, but I was talking to somebody just yesterday about this. Weird how these things arise. But they said it was I think it was a comedian. Oh, you know who? No, it wasn't a comedian. It was actually DMX. Dimps. Remember the rapper guy, DMX? He said he said the truth doesn't matter unless the person that you're telling it to can comprehend it. You could just map the entire spiritual realm, the logos, the universe, the truth does not matter at all, at all, unless the person can comprehend it. But I mean, let's further uh, solve this riddle. It's not even a riddle. It's already a very clear statement. But if you're talking to a 3-year-old, you can't talk to them in Spanish. If you're teaching if you speak Julio Iglesias, you speak English, and then you say something in Spanish, they're not gonna understand you. It might be the truth. They're gonna understand it. How can they? They can't comprehend it. You could say, "Hey, look at this. Look at that moon right there." I've done this before in the middle of the day. Most random stuff. I'll just be like, "Hey, did you see that the moon was out at noon?" Like for the last few days, the moon has been in the sky right across from the sun, and the moon was at about I think it's waxing probably about 30% right now. I mean, this is getting bigger, right? And it was easy to see in the sky. The sun is right here, and the moon is right here. And I look around, and I was like, "Hey, did you notice the moon is in the sky right now? How can you, any of you that think we live on a fucking spinning ball flying through outer space, like I feel like you should be walking around with like tiny little like T-Rex arms, you dinosaur ass sniffing, glue sniffing troglodytes. If I point at the moon right there, and you can acknowledge that it's there, and I go, "There's the moon," and you go, "Yep, that's the moon," and it's half of it, and you can see through into the other blue side and then over here, which makes no sense. And then I go, and the sun, because it's noon, and the sun's right there, so the moon's there, the sun's there, right across from each other, right above your fucking skull, you moron. I won't do that part, but I thought that the Earth was in the way of. That's why the sun and the moon are supposed to be like day and night. But yet I'm looking at the moon. You're looking at the moon with me. How do you explain that? You can't explain that in your globular Earth theory, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like when I was a moron, because certainly I've been a stupid idiot most of my life. And it was only due to my environment because I was brought up in a indoctrination center, a school system that repeatedly lied to me about everything. Now, if I show you right in front of your face, there's the sun and there's the moon, the earth that you're sitting on isn't in the way. Explain this. You won't be able to. But when I ask people that question, they immediately dismiss it because that truth is not understandable to them. They can't, it would ruin their view of all of reality. Once you dismantle that part, you dismantle 100 other things, and they know it. They know if you can dismantle one of their misbeliefs, it's not their fault. Uh, Dismantle that, their reality just fades into dissolution. What up, Matthew? Consciousness forms reality. Well, DMT maybe does, but spirit is based in reality. We are in a simulation experience. Maybe, yeah. You're a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. Well, just what's up, Fred Ward? Uh, MFT. Now, soul means singular. Spirit means the force of energizing this particular skin suit. I'm not the person over there. I'm not the person over there. I'm not. My skin suit collects a part of the spirit, the energy of the force of the soul, the wholeness of one singular thing. Soul means SOL, which is the sun, SOUL, you, your foot, SOLE, the soil, the earth, and it fragments you into a suit. This soul um, is the entirety, and if you're the entirety, then you don't get an experience. So you have to fragment it into spirits, individualized spirits. So you take part of the soul, turn it into a spirit, and then collect it into a can, into a monkey suit, a meat sack. So you can still access the soul. Certainly, you can access the soul, which would be the overmind, or how people have telekinesis. So you can still radiate to other beings because you're still breathing the same air. The same wind blows upon us all. Yeah, I mean, MFT. I mean, obviously, I have no. My only like what the what the fuck, the WTF about people that believe in the nonsense globe thing is that there is literally so much valid information at one click of this thing here that if they just stop swiping through whatever, Reddit, or I don't know what the fuck people do these days, Instagrams or whatever. If they just go, hey, let me learn something today. Let me think about something for even a fucking couple hours. It's sitting there, and it's been there for a long time. And I know, like, yeah, I didn't, I dismissed even when I knew shit, even when I was like a game. I'm putting information out here. I know what's up. I know here's water. Here's piss fasting. Here's how the human body works. Here's some sort of semblance of consciousness. Blah blah blah. Okay, I knew something. I wouldn't even touch the fact of the reality of the matter, that the shape of the earth, like the whole system. Once you do that, the whole thing changes. You're like, but how did they? I don't want to hear how did they lie to me. I don't want to hear why they lie. It's been done. The Earth is the shape that it is, and it's very fucking clear what it is. And so that's the only part that gets me is like, it's just easily available. It might be hard. It might be hard to like fucking process. I mean, it took me like 2 days of going. You go through the three phases. First, you go, no way, and you look at it and you go, oh come on, and you go, well, yep, 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 and then you go, of course it was. It only took me a little bit. It didn't. It was like it went from like I'm not even looking at that to then, okay, so be it. And maybe it was easier for me because it didn't shatter my reality because I already shattered most parts of the way that the matrices the matriarchy works. It's called the matrix because it's called the mother's tricks. Ma means matter. Matter is mother. Ma, what's up, ma? Matter. Woman, tangible, physical object, soil, earth, black woman, earth, matter. Matrix is the physical things that you think you like. That's what women are. Thank you. It is I. If the flower doesn't bloom, there's nothing wrong with the flower. That's right. It's the environment. It's saying to me it is the environment's fault. Exactly. You mean I smell flowers every day, so it still provides something for me. Uh, MFT said, I believe I'm a projection of your higher spiritual self that resides somewhere else. Well, I mean, of course, but I think that helps. When people become too spiritual, they always have this belief that, oh, but my real self's over there, and they're sitting there like eating a hamburger full of fucking dog shit. And I think, well, but my higher self's over there. You know, it's a go ahead and watch all of these highfalutin uh new age wannabe hippie spiritualists on the internet, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They have this. They're so disassociated and disillusioned by trying to act so cool, calm, collective. I'm only about higher love in life and da. But what they're really saying is they're egomaniacal freaks and they're narcissistic. All of them are narcissistic fucks. I mean, just if I gotta lay it out there for you, well, why do they always gotta have the nice shape and I know they put their makeup on and they get their hair and everything in order and they're so egomaniacal and I don't know if they're I think they're sociopaths, which is worse. You've got the narcissism, you got the psychopath, you got the sociopath. They're somewhere in there, all of them. And so while being on this, I'm my I mean, I know they believe it. I know they believe it like this. They go, "Wow, my spirit is over there," and then they're like, "I'm not gonna have any bullshit in my life today." But bitch, you do. Look around you. What are you doing? Who are you helping? How are you going about this life? You're not. I don't see you in the dirt. I don't see you in the gutters. I don't see you cleaning anything. I don't see you fixing anything. I don't see you doing shit. Like you're not out there like uh, those people. I've never seen that. I've never seen those type of people talk to homeless people. To give someone a couple dollars to say, "Hey, have a good day. How you doing?" Give them a hug, shake their hand. I don't see that. What I see them is make fucking videos on YouTube and go, "I've got fucking thanks for the 50,000 subscribers." Jack me off with that shit. Like whatever. And that's the whole. What I'm getting at is that's the whole disassociation from when someone doesn't ground themselves in this reality. Like here's your reality. Like here's my reality. We can adjust it. We can change it, but I mean, how easy is it these days? If you're an okay looking broad, yeah, it's a broad. I don't care. Like whatever. You just because you have boobies. What's the Patrice O'Neill quote? Like about like give me a fucking break just because you got a vagina. That shit is on like fucking wholesale. Like everybody's got it. Like now dudes are trying to get vaginas. Like literally cutting their penis, scrotum, dick, cock off and turning them into vaginas because they see these chicks out here going, I'm gonna make some money on the internet because you got a bunch of fat uh basement dwelling dweebs that are like give money away to these whorish chicks for a fucking couple bucks. Like if they could understand, like truly you have value, but what they're doing is just they've regulated. Um, oh no, excuse me, not regulated, relegated themselves to being just a fuck toy, and then they wonder why. Maybe you should go talk to your sisters about why they're all on the internet showing their ass and tits and fucking finger banging themselves and wiping their fucking crusty fucking dry pussy juice, but I mean, whatever, and sending it off to some fat fucking retard who plays video games all day and makes money that way somehow. Like that's the problem, and that's a very big problem. And then people wonder why. Why isn't? Why don't? Where's the respect? What's gone wrong here? I mean, I know it's half and half. Like, see, where the environment. See, again, you think I'm saying something I'm not here. The environment has pushed that. They didn't have another option. You see, did what I was saying? You think I was going? I was saying, oh, they're a derelict. They're a piece of shit. No, what I'm saying is the environment caused them. It encouraged the dude to sit in his basement with his keyboards and smash the things and order things online and you know fucking drink Mountain Dew and blah 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 because he can make money online and encourage that and he can sit there and masturbate into whatever into his hamster. But then on the other half encourages chicks to because there's no jobs out there. You tell me there's a real legitimate job that anybody really wants to do. Show it to me. Tell me what job is worth doing. You want to grow up and work for a fucking for where? Where you want an employee of?
MFC, maybe I've covered this already. Is it fair for the flower to blame the environment and not itself for being resilient enough? You're just tossing ideas. That's a really fucking stupid idea. I'm not even going to address that because you already know that's the dumbest thing you could say. Hey, here's a seed. It doesn't grow. Why doesn't it grow? You can't blame. You just literally tried to blame the seed and go, I'm just tossing it out there. Well, so what you're saying is the seed that wasn't, you realize, see, this is a frustrating comment that you made here, which is kind of cucky and condescending and delirious and disturbing. Like it's a lot of dickishness, that comment. I know, just tossing it out there. So you're saying that an orange should stop being an orange? You're saying a grapefruit shouldn't be a grapefruit. You're saying that a rose shouldn't be a rose. That everything should. You're saying everything should become the same thing. That is the most like common baseline bullshit. Even asking the question, a, a strawberry is going to be a strawberry no matter what, or it's going to be a strawberry that looks weird in the field. It's not gonna become a fucking cow. So you're saying a strawberry should become a cow? Well, the seed should just fucking learn how to become a cow. That is the most. Are you some sort of fucking Nazi? Do you not see what I'm saying here? The seed is the seed of that line of knowledge, and it continues that. You will never be able to make a different fruit from a seed that was provided. That's like. Do you understand how dumb what you just asked is? So, as a if you're a melanated human and you drop your seed into something, doesn't matter what it is the child gonna come out and like part of this and part of this and like there's gonna be no, it can't come out black anymore. It's got to come out completely Asian. Like, well, how dumb is this? This is the dumbest comment I ever. Don't. Hey, you're just tossing out ideas. Don't toss out ideas like that. It's stupid. Matthew, a meltology. I never heard that word before. Yeah, I love how you type 3 times. Yeah, you're responsible for the reality you create. I that was Hey, MFC. That's a better question. I mean, I know you said that as a statement, but no, how can you be? Explain this to me, because now you're getting on my nerves. I don't know why. You're getting on my nerves with this bullshit. You're telling me that a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, they're responsible for the reality? Oh, but no, they're not. How can they be? They're sucking on the teat of the mother or drinking Similac. They came, their environment created them. So their only capacity is to respond directly to the environment. They put their hand on a hot stove, they remove it, and that environment of that hot stove, how would they know? Eventually, perhaps you can create an environment. Go live in an island. Add to your environment. I don't know. I mean, you can't be, you're not totally like, how to put this. I think I already explained it well, but you have control in so much as the environment of the reality allows you to. If you live in the middle of Idaho, show me the fucking city that you hang out in. There's no city there. So you're going to control the environment? Show me the city you live in. Idaho, fucking corn cobs and cocksuckers or whatever the hell's going on there. Where's the city at? So you're not really controlling much of environment. You'd have to go somewhere else to be in a city or build one. And how are you going to make the money and why would you build it there? So you're kind of left with like, do you see the difference between the environment and the MFT. Oh, you do renovations? Yeah, I used to build houses. That was my thing for years in Baltimore. Own my own business, made a bunch of money. Just just fixing up weird ass screwed up houses. But the worst part of it though was I don't know. Do you have to do you do the contracting? Do you subcontract? And do you have to deal with the person the person that like they're like, hey, here's a job, like because this happened to me. I'm trying to explain this an idea here. Here's a job, $20,000, and here's what I need done. Then in the middle of it, I'm sitting there. I've gone to the Home Depot. I've done this. I come back, and they're like, oh, can we put this over here? Can we do this? I'm like, yeah, I can do that, but that's going to cost this much more. And they go, but why? And then I have to spend my time not only I'm like, well, I have to return this, get this. We're going to move this pipe over here by 1 foot. That doesn't mean just move it over there. It means everything I have to do to do that. And then I got to give you an itemized receipt. And I still got to fucking talk to your dumbass. Of course it's going to cost more money. But you said it was $10,000 or $20,000. I'm like, well, now it's 21,000. Like what? And then you can, and I don't know how many times those conversations occurred. I was like, and then it got too much. It was like too much. I was like, I don't care what I'm making. Like you just need to shut the fuck up. Like tell me what you want done, and every single job, something would come up where it needed. I'll alter this. Well, no, I don't like this. Let's do this. And then they would change their mind, and I would have to go, okay, that's fine. And they go, but it's going to cost the same, right? I'm like, oh no, it should cost less. you mark up. Okay, you said you mark up by 50% allowed for stupid people. Yeah, I mean, when I used to do that, I would never. I made good money, but it was like no matter what, everyone was going to have some dumb shit, unless it was a simple. Even simple jobs like tiling a bathroom or something, there'd still be something. There would still be something that they wanted to change. They always alter their position, and I'm like, are you just doing this on purpose? Are you stupid, or maybe it's because I can see what something will look like when it's done, and they can't. So as it's
It's kind of like it's kind of like this. Have um you ever done some artwork, painting or something, and like you're halfway through and you're like, I don't want to show anyone this because it's not finished because it. I mean, I know the process of doing artwork, and I know halfway in it's gonna look like garbage, but when it's finished, it's gonna be a chef's kiss. You know what I mean? And when someone sees the job halfway done, because it's in their house, they're gonna see it halfway done. They go, I don't know about this. You're not supposed to see behind the scenes, but yet they do. What's up, Divine? What are you doing? And also, MFT, thank you for earlier that. Well, thank you. Well, whatever. I'm glad you didn't take it personal when I was like just riffing on you for a second. You have to realize from my standpoint, these are just letters on a screen. I don't know that any of you exist. Like anybody in the room here, there's only one, no, two people that I know exist. Everybody else is a goddamn computer robot. And but if the computer robots, speaking to all of you computer robots out there, if you want to, I'll go ahead and do this for you. I'll put this in the bottom of the screen there. You see that? Or you could look into the description box. So you can help a brother out because I am in between habitations. I don't know why I'm doing this with my fingers. I just think it's funny. So I gotta be. I think I have to the end of the month here, and I'd like to obtain an app, a whole fucking like a house or whatever. I'll need a lot of space, but if you'd like to, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and you can. If you're entertained or logically challenged, or if you have extra monies, even a dollar, a nickel, whatever the hell, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, blah blah blah. There's my old writings back to 2012 on WordPress. There's all my other shit. It's not everything, but something. Mm. Oh, no, it is I as one. Well, I would assume you're one of the people that I know because I've actually spoken to you. I've heard, like I know that I I accept you. Maybe it's a robot account for you. How can I know? You can't really know. That's the interesting part about the internet, right? You're like, who is this? Who am I talking to? I mean, I already know in the other direction that my channel is very much um, what do they call it? Shadow banned, I guess. It's very much so, without question. But like I just wanted to just add. Do they just make me feel good by adding a few robots? I mean, as long as robots pay me, that's cool. Beat boop bop. Oh man, nice. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 45 minutes in. I should probably plug my phone in because I'm as intelligent as you might think I am. I'm also slightly an idiot. I should have had this charged. All right, what else are we doing here? What's the gambit? Did we figure out what the hell was I saying to begin with? It's like one of those days like I just want to sleep for like fucking one more 1,000 years. I just want to wake up when the world is not so fucking retarded. Honestly, I As I apparently gained more information, and somehow my brain puts it all together. It becomes more and more apparent that either I'm getting smarter and people are staying the same, or I'm staying the same and people are getting dumber, or perhaps because it's happening so rapidly, I'm getting smarter and people are getting dumber. I don't know how people get dumber, but or maybe I'm just more aware of it. I I, I watch dumbness happen so often. It amazes me, and it amazes me because the there's this weird. Um, hey Danny, why are you not on here? What's going on? You're watching. Why didn't you say hello? Okay, but okay, hold on. I know you guys can't see it, but Danny Skylar, what you're watching? Why did you comment? You commented the other day and I couldn't see it. I didn't. I checked. You weren't banned or something because that makes no sense. Did somebody else? Did some? I have to take all the wrenches away from everyone. I have to go to that account setting. That's so divine. You feel like that too. Call me when the world is like. I mean, I get it. I get it. Part of my responsibility in this world, if there is any, is to help people and shit. I get that. But like, you can still help people in a good atmosphere. And right now, this is the dumbest shit ever, dude. Like, bro, so it's so fucking gay. Like, you just look around anyway. What I was getting at earlier is the most like retarded, brain dead facsimiles of humans make the most money, but do the dumbest shit. And I'm just like, how does that what you're doing? How is what you're saying even valid? It's like most people say reprehensible things. Reprehensible. Absolutely unadulterated garbage. And they make tons of money and and people are just like, hey, what's up? Yeah, here's a $500,000. And then anybody that's doing anything close to truthful or honest is like, oh, you're the scourge of society. You're the worst thing ever. Like you have no idea how many houseless or homeless or gutter snipes or like people that I find out with, and I'm like, that's a brilliant human being. I think I'm a pretty good judge of character. You might say I'm not, but and I find and I have really quality conversations with them. But then when I find someone that is in business, the conversation fucking sucks. They have no depth, no character, no value, except for the fact they sell fucking vacuum cleaners to Istanbul. I don't fucking know. And those people are boring as shit. And like, what are you adding to society? And the response is vacuum cleaners to Istanbul. And I say, but isn't it Constantinople? No, I was not working on any material there. That just happened. No, it just came off that way. And like, do you add any real value to the world? And generally speaking, people that I meet that make the least money. that have the most challenging time add more to the world than the people that make more money, that are soulless, spiritless, lifeless, robotic automaton NPC cocksucking whores. So you can ask me again, why am I drinking a fucking PBR at 9 a.m. on a, what is it, Tuesday? That's perhaps why. It's a little bit of a coping mechanism, but it also will allow me to take a nap, um, and I'll get home. I've been home early the last couple days. I mean, it's interesting. I called this place home. Hmm. I would normally call it a housing unit or a domicile or something. This is very home-like. I like it. It's cozy. People that rented it to me are neat. I've never met them, but I have to do a little fixing of where all of the beds are and stuff. But this is cool. Cool establishment. Oh man. Oh, also, if you really want more of an inlet, I drink 4 days a week. I don't drink all seven. I'm a drunk. I'm not an alcoholic. I like drinking. It's fun. This is not water. This is vodka. This is just straight vodka. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. See, that's what's always funny to me. In my entire life, I've been told that being whenever I'm joking, people think I'm telling the truth, and whenever I'm telling the truth, people think I'm joking. And I think, and it might. I mean, it's especially prevalent these days because I've already told someone that I drink piss, like my own, because it's healthy. They obviously think that to be completely a joke. But when I say something like I'm drinking fucking vodka, straight vodka, at like 9 a.m., they think that's the truth. No, there's Sprite in here. See, I want halvesies on that joke. Hold on, let me adjust something here. Hold on, guys. Uno momento. Uh, okay, is that working? Oh no, I gotta do something again.
Well, this is the gayest thing ever. Hey, if you guys want to, I'm gonna do this. I'll just restart the video because something stupid happened there. Hey, Danny, come back, and it is I come back, but I got an echo here being retarded. Good to see everybody remember the rules, but I'm not gonna tell them to you right now because the echo is causing a reverb that I do not like. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Bye, fuckers.